Sri Gajanan Kirtikar from Shiva Sena.
Thank you, Speaker. See, this opportunity to speak on this Banking Regulation Act. I support this bill on behalf of Shiva Sena Party because we are the most sufferer because of this scam in the PMC Bank. Fortunately, I was in the Reserve Bank for 25 years. In my Employees Credit Society, some 200 crores rupees have been deposited in PMC Bank. We have faced demonstration of the PMC Bank. There were suicides occurred of some depositors in Mumbai. So we were anxiously waiting from the Government of India, from the Finance Ministry, there should be stringent measures to be applicable to control the activity of the cooperative bank. There are 1,540 cooperative banks with a depositors base of 8.60 crores, having total saving of about rupees 5 lakhs crores. The bill amends the Banking Regulation Act 1949 as applicable to cooperative banks. The bill seeks to protect the interests of the depositors and strengthen cooperative banks by improving governance and oversight by extending powers already available with RBI in respect of the other banks. By ensuring professionalism, enabling the access to capital to cooperative banks, I welcome this bill, sir. The government has allowed cooperative bank to raise money by the way of public issue and private placement. This is a great step as this will increase their access to capital, which was limited until now. However, taking into account present scenario, it would be very difficult to raise capital from the market. Majority of the cooperative banks are not doing financially well. NPA percentage is high. This percentage may perhaps get increased if thorough inspection of their books will be done by the RBI. Hence, survival of the cooperative bank in the market is difficult, and it is not in public interest also. RBI to study carefully financial position of such banks who wants to approach market. This will be extra burden on RBI, I can understand, but anyhow, the RBI control is very much necessary. In my opinion, only those cooperative banks which are financially sound and well managed for subsequent 5 years to approach RBI for permission to enter into market. This bill may be amended suitably, or Finance Minister may take note of this. Also, I welcome that bill has given power to RBI to make a scheme for reconstruction or amalgamation without imposing moratorium, which has occurred in the scam of Yes Bank, but it was not provided in the cooperative banks, so that is why the PMC has skipped out of that clutch. I think it is advisable to restrict entry of new cooperative banks and explore possibility of merger of few big cooperative banks in line with commercial banks. This will reduce burden on RBI and strengthen cooperative sectors. I welcome the step taken towards suspension, supersession of Board of Directors, where it is in the public interest for RBI to supersede the board and to protect depositors. However, the bill adds that in case of a cooperative bank registered with the Registrar of Cooperative Societies of a state, the RBI will supersede the Board of Directors after consultation with the concerned state government. In my opinion, this will delay in the decision due to dual control. RBI should be given powers to deal in the situation independently. Also, the Act restricts cooperative banks from making loans or advances on the security of its own shares and debenture. I welcome it. However, the same can be considered as a collateral security for the loans and advances taken by the shareholders. The bill may be amended suitably. Further, it prohibits the grant of unsecured loan of or advances to the directors and to private companies where the bank's directors or chairman got an interest in he has got an interested party. So I welcome the same. The Act also specifies conditions when unsecured loans or advances may be granted and specified the manner in which the loans may be reported to RBI. The bill states that every cooperative bank shall, before the close of the month succeeding that to which the returns relates, submit to the Reserve Bank a returns in prescribed form and a manner showing all unsecured loan and advances granted by the company, granted it to the company in case other than those in which the cooperative banks is prohibited under subsection 1 to take such unsecured loan and advances in which any of its directors is interested as director of managing agent or guarantor. So finally, sir, though the Act is prohibited the grant of unsecured loan, there are several other ways of granting advances to the directors adopted by the cooperative banks. Hence, the reporting of all unsecured advances granted to the directors, their relatives, associates, firms and company to be reported to RBI, the bill may be amended accordingly. The bill retains a provision requiring a scheduled cooperative bank to maintain asset with a value not exceeding 40% of its total demand and time liabilities. Within India, I welcome this. In view of the bill, the urban and multi-state cooperative banks and from being governed by the respective Cooperative Society Act of the concerned state will additionally come within the jurisdiction of RBI. This appears to be parallel or a overlapping jurisdiction, and there is no identified dichotomy in their respective jurisdiction. However, the bill is welcomeable. I welcome and requisite measures to be secured the interests of the depositors. Thank you very much, sir.